Hello and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and it is Wednesday afternoon. I'm stumbling. I'm sorry. Wednesday afternoon, and this is Craft Spot, but it's a little bit different. Some new technology games, I suppose, for me. Nothing really new, nothing really fancy, I hope. But I am doing this in advance, and then I'm going to upload it and go live at the regular 4 o'clock time slot, because I thought I had everything lined up and my day was going to be nice, even keel, and now I've found out that I need to be out and won't be able to do my live at my regular time. So I'm doing it now, and I will share it with you at the regular time. So thank you so much for stopping by. I have a fun fold today. It's not a difficult fun fold. It's quite easy, but it's a little different, and not something I have shared with you. Certainly not, I don't think ever, but certainly not for a long, long time. So hopefully you'll enjoy it, and you'll give it a try on your own. So what do I have to say? Is busy, busy, busy in the craft studio, getting ready for my girls' getaway weekend this coming weekend. It's my weekend retreat, and I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, this is such a fun weekend. If you have not been to a weekend event where you spend the weekend crafting and visiting and making new friends and just doing sort of the things you enjoy most when you want to do them, and napping if you want, going for a walk, crafting, chatting, whatever it is, it's just all about relaxing, re-energizing, and refreshing our soul, and they are awesome. So I'm really looking forward to it. But before we get to the weekend, we have today. So let me put the camera down and we will get to some crafting. All right, so today I will be using the Go To Greetings stamp set, and if you have followed me, you know that this is one of my personal favorite stamp sets, a stamp set that I have suggested that everybody should have in their stash because it covers all of the basics. Happy birthday, thinking of you, just a note, and hello, and different fonts, different sizes. It's just perfect, and you should have it. If you don't have it, you need to order this. Go to Great Stamping. Whoops, look at that, not even in the picture. Go to greatstampingwithconnie.com. You will see a button there to shop now. Take you to my online store. Better yet, click on the host code, and it will take you directly to my online store. You can purchase this stamp set and anything else that you might like for your crafting. And when you use that host code, I will send you a very special thank you gift to thank you for shopping with me. I'm also using the Country Gingham Designer Series paper, and you've probably seen this in some of my other crafting. Lots of gingham, and I love this one as well. So we're going to use that. And we will be using the Country Bouquet punch, which is a couple of hearts and a couple of leaves. So here is our card base. It starts its life as a regular card base. No, regular card base cut the opposite direction, I guess it is. So it starts out as 11 inches by 4 1/4. And then this is 2 1/4. So I have cut 2 inches off of the top of this. And I am just going to fold this in and burnish it. And this will be our card. Okay. Oh, and then I have some of this gingham paper that I did not cut to size. So look at that. Just happen to have my trimmer right here. How convenient. So card base is 5 1/2 by 2 1/4. And when we're making layers, we take 1/4 of an inch off. So we want 5 1/4. Is this in your picture? Not quite. I should move it down a little bit, shouldn't I? So you can actually see what we're doing. So we are cutting this to be 5 1/4. And then it is 2 1/4 wide, so we will cut it at 2. And that will give us just a standard width border, which is just sort of a nice amount. So there is that piece that we will need. That doesn't slide off. There we go. Okay, so that is going to go onto the front. And we are going to punch some of these hearts. Whenever you're punching, you always want to do it upside down so you can make sure that you are getting everything that you want to punch in and you're not chopping anything off. I'm going to get a leaf, a blue leaf or a petal pink leaf. We don't need those, but it's part of the package deal. And I don't know how many of these I want because, you know me, fly by the seat of your pants. I have not actually made this card yet, but anyway, we'll give it a go, right? So I'm also going to punch some leaves so that I can decorate this, and I'm just trying to sort of get just the leaf on. I don't need any of the flower pieces. Some of it will overlap, but we'll try to be as efficient as we can be with our punching. I don't know how many leaves I will need, so yeah, we'll punch 4 for now. Get the riffraff out of here. Have some extra bits, and then we have some leaves, and we will need some extra hearts as well. So cut a couple more of these. Oops, what am I doing here? This is what I want. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to figure out how I want this, but first I am going to stamp a sentiment on the card base. It always makes me a little bit nervous. Actually, no, I'm not going to put it on the card base. Inside, we're going to put a piece of basic white paper. And so I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here, which is much safer. I always get nervous stamping on the card base because what if I mess it up? Well, you know what? If you mess it up, because you know, I tend to use two-sided paper for most things. A card base, you can't really use, you can't really turn it over unless you are planning something that is going to cover it up. And that's not generally the case. I suppose it would happen occasionally, but not generally. So, but it is just paper, right? Just cut some more. But I'm going to do this into this basic white cardstock. So if I happen to mess it up, I do have 2 sides. And if I happen to mess it up twice, well, it's not attached to anything. I can just get another piece of paper. So the black ink looks a little bit splotchy. Okay, so I'm going to put this sentiment quite close to the top because I want it to show, obviously, when the card is closed. There we go. And then something a little bit sticky on there, a little bit of adhesive. Doesn't take much. You just kind of notice it. Okay. So I could have used mint macaron ink. When I was planning this, it's like, well, mint macaron ink won't show up that much, so maybe I should just use black. But you know what? Memento tuxedo black ink is always appropriate, goes with everything. So this too is something else that every crafter should have in their stash. Okay, so then that is just going to sit there and work out beautifully. So let's put some of this together so that we can figure out what we want where for the rest of it. Okay. Do you ever create cards on the fly? You sort of start out with a bit of an idea. Oh, excuse me. You start out with a bit of an idea, and then you sort of think you know where you're going. Sometimes it is where you're going, and other times it was just the starting point, and then everything changes after you get rolling. I seem to craft that way a lot, but we'll see where this one goes. Just going to this. Oh, and then we are ready to put our hearts and leaves on. I might need, maybe I might need another large heart. Where did my pick go? Okay. Don't think I'll need another small heart. I'm just going to punch one large heart for now. If I need to come back and add something else, I can always do that. I don't need the pink leaves. May have to put those onto some other project. But okay, so if we do that with perhaps the little hearts in between, and then maybe some leaves poking out as well. I don't know. I didn't actually know whether I was going to use the leaves or not. I just thought I would punch some to be ready. Yeah, they're not really. I'm not sure. Oh, I could put them maybe on the outside like this. Eh? That might work. Okay, I don't think I want them in the back. They're looking a little odd, shall we say. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by putting these hearts on. Now I'm going to put these flat, and of course you want to make sure that your adhesive is only on the bottom section, this flap that actually opens, otherwise you won't be able to open your card. So of course pick up the glue that I use it when I'm not live, because sometimes I have to shake it and play with it a little bit. So I have one that is full, waiting to be used. So just pick up the wrong one first. Okay. So I'm going to put that one on one edge, and I'm going to put this one on the other edge, because that way I find it is easier to judge where the third one should go, to be sort of centered. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a handcrafted card, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I want it roughly in between those two. Okay, and then I think that I will pop up the two small parts with dimensionals. So we're just going to flip these guys over, and I will bring in some dimensionals and just, oh, is that going to fit? Oh, maybe just, eh? Okay. To be very careful with my heart placement here, because I don't want it hanging over the edge like that. So just give this guy a little bit of a snip and take some of them off. There, and now you won't see it. That will work just fine. And I'm going to put these in between. There may be some space, then we'll see, for our leaves. Is that, no, we're okay. Okay, so now, do we want to add, could put just maybe just two. Ooh. Two leaves there. Where do we want them? Where do we want them? I'm not sure. I don't know that they're really adding to my plant. This one should be over further though. Get that. Going very gently. And there. I think I'm going to skip the leaves and just go. We did have a little bit of glue that got in there. Handy dandy adhesive remover. Okay, then so okay, that's a really, really easy card. I did say an easy fun fold, didn't I? But of course we need some bling. So let's bring in, I have some iridescent rhinestones. And there's actually 3 sizes of those, a couple of those. So we're going to put on a large one. Oh, maybe we're going to throw one. They're very sticky. And now I think the glue dot has stuck to that. I'm just going to leave them there and grab a different one. So not, I must need to push my peg up a bit. It's not grabbing those bigger gems. Okay. And then I think some of these small guys. Maybe we'll do a whole. Whoop, there's my cat. Oh, yes, there's my cat. Okay. So there we go. Super quick and easy, but cute, don't you think? Don't you think that's kind of cute? I think that's very cute. I love it. I love how quick it is. I didn't, okay, so you see when you have this idea, but you haven't actually made it, you don't know how much work it is. For sure, you have this vision and you have these thoughts, but you know, until you've actually made it, you don't really know these things. But it is super quick and easy. Let me just come back and join you here. So there we go. Get my light out of the way. That's my card that I wanted to share. Quick, easy, super cute, fun fold. You can put any shape. It's great for punches. But you can use die cut shapes, anything at all along the border where the card base is cut, and just decorate it however you like. Something a little bit different for your Wednesday afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you'll stop by again soon, and I look forward to seeing you. Take care, everyone. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.